Welcome in, everyone. This is an updated video of the overview of Stock Hub. I actually have a couple new add-ons and other products as well, so we're going to do a full updated overview of the Discord and stuff. I want to touch on the products here that we offer and kind of dive into some other stuff as well. So for those that are new to access this, obviously you can just go to wap.com/stockhub. You get we offer 3 products now. So before it was just the one Stock Hub product. So Stock Hub, nothing changes in here. Prices stay the same. Everything is still $19 a month here. Again, month to month, so you can cancel after a month if you don't like it. You get all the flow. Everything stays the same as well. So the 2 things that are different, we have Keith's research folder now. So I kind of want to dive into Keith here a little bit. Kind of want to go over some of his history and all that. So Keith began his career in 1987 as a retail stockbroker with the investment division of Travelers Corp, where he specialized in helping individuals and small to medium-sized businesses manage their investments. By 1990, he was promoted to branch manager, during which time he acquired his Series 24 license. Alongside this, Keith also held his Series 7, Series 4, and his licenses there. He was demonstrating his advanced qualifications, authority in managing complex securities and option strategies. After 7 years at the retail level, Keith transitioned into institutional trading at the Pershing division of Donaldson, Lufkin, and Jenrette, sorry if I didn't say that correctly, the largest clearing firm in the industry. From that point forward, his work centered exclusively on institutional trades for introducing brokers and large financial institutions, giving him hands-on experience with the operational and strategic side of high-level finance. Beginning in 2001 and over the next 16 years, Keith was active in private equity, hedge funds, and proprietary trading, gaining experience across a wide range of markets and investing strategies. His expertise spans both institutional and retail finance, giving him a well-rounded perspective that few traders possess. By 2017, Keith transitioned into mentoring and sharing his knowledge, so that's why we have this Keith's research folder now. So he's bringing decades of market experience to traders of all backgrounds. Today, he's known for his deep market insights, disciplined approach, and ability to help others navigate the complexities of trading with confidence. So that's just a little background on Keith's history. He's over 38 years of experience trading stocks. And we'll touch on this in the Discord overview, but you get all his research folders. He has tons of downloadable guides for you. And I'll show everybody that. Just tons of research reports, charting. Keith also does a lot of live streams. He does live streams in the main Stock Hub one, but he will also be doing more streams just in his private little area as well. So that is also $19 a month. And if you want both, $38 a month, you get Stock Hub and Keith's research folder. This is the one I obviously highly recommend getting. You're paying for a lot of very high quality research and all that, and obviously Keith had licenses, so I mean you're getting a very, very good breakdown from somebody that was actually in the game, not somebody just off Twitter that learns to read some stuff, but you're getting very great access to this data, and his history on the market is very great. So I'm just kind of wanted to go over those. So those are the 2 new products here. Again, Stock Hub plus Keith's research. You get both. Keith, just last week he did 3 lives in a day. So, you're going to get a lot of lives. He will still be doing lives in Stock Hub, but you're going to get some more as well when you get this product as well. So, moving away from that, again, products, you just sign up here, wap.com/stock-hub, and that'll get you here. So now I want to go over the Discord because there are a couple changes. So up here, the trading floor, this is where Keith has been doing his lives here, and we can see he's over here as a contributor if you're looking for him, if he's online, whatever. Your trading floor is going to be where you have all the main lives here. Traders Lounge, if traders just want to kind of hang out, talk. So your announcements area, pretty self-explanatory. You're going to come in here. Any major announcements will be posted in here. Community rules, again, very self-explanatory, just rules. Disclaimer here, you're going to, Stock Hub's not a financial advisor at all. Anybody giving advice in here, it's just nothing's financial advice in here. Verified links, Keith will have something in here as well. He doesn't have an X or anything, so most of his stuff will be done in here on TikTok. Your flow deck area, obviously this is your main chat area. This is where all the main chatting goes on throughout the day. Got questions, you can drop them in here. Members chat in here throughout the day. Daily briefing, so again, I give a evening and a morning briefing. Evening briefing will be for the next day. Morning briefing is for that day. We also do a weekly outlook, so if you're new to seeing that, this is kind of what your weekly outlook looks like here. I kind of dive into what's coming up in the week here. Get out of here. Dive into what's coming up for the upcoming week. I like to kind of dive into the data, kind of what's coming in, the days, the times. This is where I like to kind of come in with a background in economics here. I like to kind of touch on the reports that are coming out, why it matters, some scenarios that can happen, just a lot of really high quality data in here as well. Just kind of a little quick playbook too as well, but again, that just kind of outlines the week ahead. So up next, you have your market tide. I try to update this every half hour throughout the day, just so you can kind of see what's going on in the market tide, option sentiment there. Market wealth, again, very self-explanatory. Members post their wins in here. So if you want to post your wins, feel free to post them. If you don't want to, no pressure at all. Questions chat. This is a really good chat for maybe members that are newer to the Discord. Kind of have more specific questions. Feel free to drop questions in here. I can answer them throughout the day as time allows. So lots of good questions being asked in here as well. Sports chat, obviously football coming up, people can talk about sports betting, whatever they want in here. Spreadsheet tracking, so this will, I'm going to come back to this one because I want to touch on the trading zone first because this ties into the spreadsheet tracking. So your flow alerts, ETF flow alerts, and flow and charts are all in the spreadsheet tracking. So when you look at the spreadsheet tracker here, I'll pop it open here. So everything that was posted from Monday to Friday is posted in here. So I post this every week. I will come in here. I put notes in with the trades, how the flow moved, and we obviously have the weekly flow recap video to kind of go along with this. One thing new I'm kind of doing with that is we have a lot of flow coming in on Fridays. I'm kind of rolling that into the next week's recap as well because sometimes that flow isn't moving all the time on Friday, but that is your spreadsheet tracking here. And one thing I always recommend to people too, if you come up to the top here, I have descriptions of everything in each channel. You can ask questions. So again, like right here, I have notes on what's tracked in here. This section's used to track all flow data from flow alerts, ETF, and flow and charts channels. So that's your kind of your tracker for the week. Good way to be transparent, something I'm very big on. So your flow alerts, again, these are just your flow alerts. This is how they are posted. They come in. I will post the actual flow here so you can kind of see how it looks. You get the contract, name, volume, open interest, average, all that you can go off of there. ETF flow is set up exactly the same here. You get the picture of the flow, kind of see how it looks maybe against other volume and all that. Your long-term flow, this is anything 100 days plus. I do not track this because a lot of this will be, 119 days, 300 days. This is something that you want to look at on a chart, kind of maybe find a very longer term setup, something like that. Feel free to use that how you want. earnings flow, this would be essentially a gambling channel. Again, I want to kind of reiterate this at the beginning. This is short-term earnings flow that overlaps earnings that expires that week. So like for example, Nvidia reports this week, the contract would expire on Friday. Anything that kind of overlaps earnings on maybe 10, 15 days, that could show up in spotlight flow, but I don't consider that earnings flow. Earnings flow would be flow that expires that week of earnings. And this is not tracked. This is 100% a gambling channel. Again, there's a lot that goes into earnings. Don't just take these thinking it's a good trade. Flow and charts. So these are my flow setups. These are the setups I like the most. These are the trades that I am taking a full position size in here. So these other channels I may scalp a little bit. I like more of a setup and stuff. So that flow and charts channel, this is kind of where I'm taking my full position here. So like we'll go into the trade. I'll kind of point out what's looking interesting on the flow, kind of dive into gamma. We do some charting with that. And I like to set a little guidance with that. The RGTI has made a good move. So I mean, like you come back here, you can see a lot more other data here. So it's kind of how I like to do that. We don't get 1,000 of these because I'm looking for pretty much A+ setups with flow and kind of everything else, but these typically do make a very good move. So spotlight flow here. So a good example right away. The PDD calls have been getting hammered lately. The one issue here is obviously earnings are in 3 days. Well, tomorrow, this is being filmed on a Sunday. These are 35 days. So like this overlaps earnings, but it's not probably earnings flow. So these are typically pulled from the hottest contracts and the highest volume. So these aren't tracked. These are just, this is flow that I kind of look at that looks very, very interesting, but it doesn't match my full breakdown of the flow where if I like see the IV increasing, spot increasing, there's just something about that flow I don't specifically like where I would call it out, but that's kind of little breakdown on here. So now going into Keith's area. This is a little newer area. This was just put in last week here. So, I mean, we're still going to be adding a little more, but you got Keith's main chat here. We have Keith's chart insights and all that. So he'll be posting all his charts and all that in here. So Keith's research folder, he gets tons of downloadable guides every morning. I mean, he gets lots of this stuff. So like if we look at, I'm just going to pull up a couple here. So you look at something like this and it's all PDF form. So I mean, you get a lot of this really great market data where you can't really get this elsewhere unless you have a lot of subscriptions, all this. So this is something that's really good. I mean, you get a lot of data in here. And like if you look at Target here, I mean, like you can see you're getting kind of a good kind of breakdown of stuff as well too. So lots of data in here for those that are very data driven. And this in Keith's live discussion, this is where he would be holding those more private lives as well. So payout picks, you can ignore this for right now. We're going to be actually adding in a sports betting section here eventually here. Market data. So we have a morning market stats and then a evening market stats. Your morning market stats, you're going to get your pre-market gainers, losers, open interest changes. I'll always post your ask side and bid side open interest changes. Analyst ratings on the morning. I like to do a little daily gamma update on SPY just so people can kind of track that if they want to track it in here. Your crypto whales, just kind of posting what crypto's kind of doing at the time. Your SPY max pain, you're going to get your max pain for the day there. Any new congressional trade updates that are disclosed. So evening market stats, these are coming in after close. You're going to get your top gainers, top losers, unusual volume on the day, your most active stocks, your insider transactions from the day, your top tickers by net premium, and you also get your top net impact, so you get your premiums here, your net impact on the overall market tide. You get your hottest contracts daily, highest volume contracts daily. You get your sector flow as well. So it's kind of like your meat and potatoes there of all the data. So into the breakdowns here, all the kind of highlighted events that I put out every week or that are posted in the weekly outlook, they get broken down here. So again, everything's broken down in here, PDF, so you can easily read it. You just pop it in here and everything's just right here for you, laid out very nicely. Everything's formatted perfect for everybody, and it's very good for those that like to understand economic data. So your earnings breakdowns, again, background in finance and economics, so this really helps me. Like Walmart, come in here, I like to put a very basic breakdown for people. This is a very good channel. If you're looking to invest in a company, I highly suggest kind of looking through these earnings reports, just kind of see what's going on, all that stuff here. So I dive into those pretty deep. So your news channels now, I always post the next day's economic events and the data from the day. Your next day's earnings, I'll post the weekly earnings. So these are the earnings that will get broken down in the earnings breakdowns. Your dividends for the week here, your expected dividend date and your pay date. You got your weekly major releases, and again, these are all broken down in the economic data here. Monthly major releases, I just post what's going to be for that month. So like August, you have all your days here. Your monthly seasonality trends, so like August, you're going to get the S&P 500 trends here. Your Stock Traders Almanac is posted every week. So in Unusual Whales, I have them pulling in news throughout the day. So if you like news, obviously something to keep on. And if you're looking to kind of turn off some of these news channels, all you got to do is come over here, right click on it, and you can mute the channel. Very simple if you don't want certain announcements and all that. Then you got your breaking market news as well in here. Twitter feeds, I have my feed on here. I have Snorlax. He's a very good flow trader as well, so this will kind of pull in if you want some of his trades as well. Walter Bloomberg's for news. The Unusual Whales Twitter feed. Kobayashi letter. And Nicholas, or Stoner Man, for he does a lot of Periscope stuff, so really good to follow that if you like Periscope. So up next, your learning zone. And for those that are a little newer to trading, this is a great spot to be in. All the live stream recordings, at least for me, we're going to work on getting Keith's recorded as well, but all your live streams will be put in here. I have tons of downloadable guides that I've spent plenty of time on, and you can also get some filters in here as well too for Unusual Whales, but tons of guides. I have a checklist in here for people that want to trade and just kind of some good examples here. So really good channel to kind of hang out in. Market resources, just kind of some market resources, holiday count, calendar, just different candle types, some charts, trading checklist, just some very basic stuff. Helpful websites, very self-explanatory. These are just most of the websites that you can get information out of. And YouTube videos, this just pulls in my YouTube videos. But and I also want to show, so on the right side here too, if you do scroll down, I do have, where did it go? Well, it disappeared. Okay, well, I guess I have to figure that out. Well, I have stock prices here on the side that usually run throughout the day. Kind of odd that it disappeared, so I'll have to take a peek at that. And so I wasn't expecting that. Okay, main chat. So main chat, for those that don't have Unusual Whales, if you just want to kind of look up something quick too, I do have a built-in bot. You just hit that backslash, then like you want to pull in the market tide or some flow in here, you just click that, and then you kind of just select your options here and pull in what you want. So that's all I got for the breakdown. For the Discord here, we've added a lot. Keith's going to be bringing a lot. He's going to be doing live streams again up here in Trading Floor and then in his own channel. That's all I got for this breakdown. Once we add in the sports betting, that's going to be another add-on, so I'll have to redo this again. But for now, that's all I got. Everybody enjoy your weekend.